fight isn't over. The fight is just beginning.
Well, what's going on, guys? This is Carl with the Racerred channel, and here I am riding through a herd of buffalo. A little bit worrisome when you're on a motorcycle. These things are huge, and the video doesn't do them justice. Sometimes they're up to 6 feet tall, and I think it's like 11 or 12 feet long. So these things are like 2,000 to 2,200 pounds if they're fully grown. Just gigantic creatures, and they are not friendly, especially during the making of this video. They were in the middle of like mating season, so they were a little bit agitated, especially with so many people stopping their vehicles and getting really close to them. They were not feeling it. Yeah, they are all over the place here, and it was a really cool experience to get to ride through them and really get a close look at them. This is something that we don't have here in Idaho. This is a video from South Dakota. If you ride along, you're probably going to see buffalo somewhere. What I didn't realize is that they really enjoy water. They're really good swimmers. Here I stop, and I'm taking video of the people right behind me. I was riding with a group here in South Dakota doing some filming for them, so I got the opportunity to take video of these guys, and it was such a cool thing. I was actually really trying to get video of these riders pass through this herd without catching traffic in my video, and the main video that I made for them, I don't show any traffic, so I was able to do that, but it was a real pain since there were so many cars. But yeah, these buffalo do not care. They just wander around and get right in traffic. They don't care about traffic whatsoever. I'll give somebody $5 to go ride it. The riders are going across, and I don't know why you wouldn't go ride a buffalo for $5. I mean, $5 is $5. I figured I would start filming here. I've got lots of film of this herd of buffalo, but all of these males are a little aggressive, I hear, because they're just mounting all these females, and people are getting in their way. The males are like, hey, don't mess with my mating. Anyways, so I decided to film just in case I get smashed by a buffalo. Never want to crash and not get it on film for sure. So traffic can be kind of surprising. A lot of these cars were just slamming on their brakes even after they were done with the buffalo. They actually exited where any buffalo were, and then they would just slam on their brakes. And it was just, that just happens. You got to keep your eyes peeled when you're out here riding the motorcycle around tourists. People drive a little crazy when there's buffalo involved. They just, not only do they stop in the middle of the road, but then they'll be swerving all over and just, I mean, I get it. You want to stop and take a picture, but at least pull off to the side, let everybody by, you know, be careful about it. I'm a tourist as well, so I'm looking around, and I'm looking around me. I really have to focus, though, and make sure that I'm still paying attention to traffic, because it was a pretty dangerous ordeal. How many times people would just slam on their brakes in the middle of the road would actually surprise you. This includes paved roads, too. When there was traffic, they were slamming on their brakes to see either scenery or the different animals around. So yeah, these buffalo were pretty cool. Right here, I'm riding my buddy's bike, and I'm trying to spot whistle pigs, otherwise known as squirrels or prairie dogs. And these ones are black-tailed prairie dogs, which are a little bit different than the ones we have here in Idaho. In fact, these things were gigantic. They're more like the size of like maybe a rabbit or something like that. They were just huge. But surprisingly enough, you can't really see them in the video, but they were everywhere on the side of the road. So if I had a 22 with me, I could just plink all day here in South Dakota. And yeah, they were just all over the place, and they seemed to be pretty trusting as well. They were just big old fat guys. Apparently, the French kind of named them the prairie dogs because of their bark, and the ones here in Idaho don't bark. They squeak, so maybe that is what they're calling a bark. I don't know. However, they can usually dig like 25 feet each for their holes, and they usually go about 10 feet deep, so 25 feet total. And their structures are called towns underneath, and they have neighbors and they have acquaintances where they get together, and they only kiss their neighbors. So these really social creatures, they work together and they share guard duties and all that. And so they know each other, though. They have like these weird friendships. So they don't do this kissing act unless they know the other squirrel. So weird. And they won't all go up and search for dangers. They will share that duty. So it's pretty interesting. But anyways, thought I would share that with you guys. It's pretty cool. Here's another buffalo. We stopped, and there was actually a bunch of buffalo right here. To get to experience that was really something. To get to hang out at that hotel with all those guys and get to go on all of those tours and see stuff that I would have never seen had I went there by myself, because that's probably the coolest thing about the Dakota 600 is that they know all the cool routes. So you just go out with them and they can show you each spot, and they'll take you through roads that you would have never hit. And there's a lot of cool stuff to be seen. And yeah, it was just a beautiful ride through and through. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I just wanted to do a little bit of a time travel back to where I saw all these animals and show you guys my whole experience. So I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Alright guys, I just wanted to thank my Patreon supporters. That would be Lance Darnell, Jim Jolson Jr., Kurt Kinghorn, Daniel Roush, Brian Thomason, Wade James, Moto Creek, Nathan Young, Jason Froling. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you.